Hello, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Do. Hello, close friends and acquaintances. Welcome back to another riveting live. It's me, Genesis. Actually, I fibbed. I said riveting. This ain't gonna be riveting. It might be. Who knows? I don't know. Yo, let me start this video by prefacing. If you are a member of the village that took part in raising me, meaning like if you're an auntie or an elder, please don't watch this video. Don't support this video. Watch something else. If you are my little cousins, Izzy and Deborah, don't watch this video. Watch a different one, please and thank you. Love you. Now that that's done, actually, if you know me personally, don't watch this video. Yeah, just support something else. Don't watch this video, okay? It's for me to just. Anyways, so now that that's done, I want to go into phase 2 of my disclaimer / prefacing things. In this video is gonna consist of some mature themes. I'm definitely gonna swear. I stay swearing. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen. I might cry in this video, so trigger warning. I'm gonna talk about sad things in this video. Trigger warning. Also, that being said, I'm not glorifying being quote unquote sad or whatever. I want to stress that I'm not glorifying that. I'm also not trying to portray that I am like deeply depressed. I'm not. I'm just sad, and it is the holidays. I also want to stress that if you are triggered by these things, don't watch this video. If you are struggling with depression, don't watch this video. Or if you think this video is going to trigger you, or I don't know, something, don't watch this video. Please don't watch this video. Please don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Watch something else. Yeah. And if you are struggling with these things that I've already said, obviously speak to someone that you feel comfortable or like you feel safe to talk to, and try your best to seek help. I know it's tough. That should be expensive. But yeah, essentially my point is I'm not wanting to glorify or make something look better than what it is, and you're probably like, why are you filming this video? Because talking to people I know gives me anxiety, and I feel like I am bothering them. So that's the whole thing. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Now I'm gonna talk about the fact that liquor will also be involved in this video. I got this a few hours ago and I've been hesitant to open it. I actually got this also just because I genuinely before I even get to that, I am of legal age in the province and country that I live in. I'm legal age. I'm also not promoting illegal drinking. I don't know, like, if you're not of legal age, don't participate in drinking illegally. Don't do none of that, obviously. But then again, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad, so that's what I said. Anyways, yeah. So I got this a few hours ago, but I haven't opened it yet because I've been quite hesitant. Just because I don't really like liquor like that. Like, it's not really the yummiest thing in the world. Don't worry, I will get to wrapping the gifts, but I just need to do all of these housekeeping things, okay? Anyways, liquor, I don't really like it, but I only drink it, like, with purpose when I'm chilling with people, for the most part. But I haven't been drinking in a while. I'm pretty sad right now. And this is obviously not a good way to cope. But it's what I'm doing, okay? Yeah. Essentially, do as I say and not as I do. Actually, don't even listen to me. Who the fuck am I to you? Nothing, nothing. I'm just a person on the screen. Who am I on this earth? I mean, I'm someone, but no one. Anyways, we're gonna crack her open. I will be sipping on Chardonnay, barefoot, that cheap shit. Cause, broke. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm not broke, I'm just not rich yet. You feel me? I'm gonna speak it into existence. So I'm just gonna pour in. Who am I? Wow. Let's have a winter moment. Let's have a winter moment. Yum. What is that? I'm just kidding. I'm really not a fiend. So I've poured a little bit of the wine. I'm also going to do a shot. You guys can hear noises. My roommate's on the other side. Also, if you're a close friend of mine, as in, if you have my number, don't watch this video because I'm wrapping your gifts right now. You won't know which is which, like who's for who, so I guess it's all good. I don't know. I'm also going to take a quick shot of sourpuss raspberry really quickly. Sourpuss is just a quick thing. Like, it's my go-to for just, like, it tastes the least bad, but can that not happen? Sorry, y'all. Something came up on my screen. And I got a text. I was going to watch. My friend's so cute. Okay. Yeah, sourpuss is just like a go-to, easy. Doesn't taste the worst, but if the outside was open and I was going out, sourpuss would just be like a cheap, easy, like I'm getting it quick. But normally, if it's like a planned night with the girls, then probably like a dark liquor or something else I'd sip on. Henny's not that bad, but it's like not great, or like any other tequila or whatever. So this will be my shot glass. Obviously I'm not filling it all the way up, but yeah, that's enough. Closing the bed. Wow, yummy. I'm just kidding. Okay, shot one done. Schlit. So, as you guys can see from the title, sorry, I'm getting all these messages. Now people want to talk to me. Oh, really nice. Right. So, I'm wrapping some gifts for some homies. This is the first one. I don't know. What is the courtesy for when you're wrapping gifts? Like, do you keep the tag on them? Do you take the tag off? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? I'm so confused. But yeah, I'll show you guys quickly a cute little haul. So I got these shades or sunglasses for one of my homegirls. Ooh. This bad boy retails for $25. That's love. Yeah, so there's that. little guy. And then the same person will also be getting these lovely, lovely hoops. Ooh. And another set of hoops. Yeah, I know. It's crazy spend. Oh, right, prices. This is $9.95, and this is also $9.95. But I got these because, you know, holidays. Got these on a decent discount. So, yeah. I'm also including this little cutie over here. Oh, yeah. These are all from Le Chateau. I got this little cutie. It's a hair clip. Yeah. So, this is present number 1. Woo! Y'all can't see it. Woo! Now I'm gonna try and fucking wrap these shits. Yo. How am I gonna fucking do that? Or should I just like put it in a bag, but then it's like a bag, you know? I gotta go get a bag. Okay, so I'm just gonna rip this, I guess. I'm nervous about the shades, because you know, what if it's, you know, gets squished or something? But we'll figure it out. As I try to figure wrapping this homie. Perfect. But y'all can't fucking see me now. Y'all can't still see me. Okay. I'm gonna just, can y'all see that? Okay, we'll do this. Let me take a sip really quickly. It's water. I'm just kidding. Y'all already know what it is. Okay, I'm just gonna use my Salopus, so you know, wow, it's dual purpose as a weight, paperweight right now. If who's watching this, can you comment down below? Do I take the tags off or do I keep them? Like, what do you do? Because it says $25, but we had a price point and I kind of went over, but I wasn't trying to. Like, it looks like I went over, but there was a sale, so I technically didn't go over, you know? But, like, how do I take the tag off? Like, do I take... One sec, I'm going to ask my roommate. Kendra? Kendra? When you're, like, gifting, like, wrapping presents, should I take the tag off?
If you're,
like with the price.
It's up to you. Most people, they
like it's this guy.
Yeah, like you can. I personally like to block out the price because some people get weird about seeing the price.
Yeah.
Some people don't care. So
okay.
I think it's up to you and or the person you're giving it to.
Okay.
Like if the person you're giving to doesn't matter, cool. If you think that they might have to return it for some reason.
Oh, they can't return this. This was final sale.
Yeah, then just like take the tag off because there's no reason. Because that's like the only reason I keep it on is it's just on the off chance. They give them something A that they already have, B that doesn't fit, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all heard my roommate right there. Oh shit. Comments, take the price tag off. If you're gonna give a gift receipt, you can ball it up. Okay, bet. Joshua. No, I took it off. These aren't returnables, and it's a gift for me. There's no way they're gonna want to return it. I would personally feel attacked if they return it. Anyways, so as I wrap these, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 items. I already showed y'all the hoops and the yeah. I'm like the worst at rapping, but yo, we'll get it together. Yeah, what your roommate said. She was. I'm gonna wrap these and talk about my first point on the TED Talk aspect and why this video is probably the saddest video on YouTube. Basically, the TED Talk will be about a self-reflection of this year and how whack it is and how whack I found out that I was. Because I went on a spiritual. Well, it wasn't that spiritual. I went on a journey of self-discovery. The things I found out, they were not pretty, y'all. They were not pretty. But I'm gonna tell y'all about it. So 2020 rolled up. If y'all watched my video, I was mad optimistic, you know? Optimistic, LOL. Optimistic. Did I even make a difference when I corrected that? Y'all, I said the same thing. Y'all, forgive me. English is not my first language. I'm kidding. It is my first language. It is literally my first and only language. Anyways, just leave me alone. Mind your business. Like I was saying, if y'all go to my videos, I literally have a 2020 goal video. Oh, y'all. How's it going? You know what? God grace, man. If God won't do it, no one else can. All right. Bet. Now I'm going to get to it. So I made a 2020 goal video. And in that video, yo, I was very optimistic. I was ready to tackle those things down. But the little do I know, I was not, you know, homegirl corona, as probably a lot of people, was not a factor. Nor was it like anticipated nowhere when I was making these goals. And I was getting ready for 2020. And a lot of the goals were more like, I made some financial goals. I made some like academic goals, which by the way, y'all, none of them. Only the financial goal worked or like I achieved. But that was mainly because of like CERB. So thank you, Trudeau. Thank you, Government of Canada. I think the one thing they've ever done right, or the one thing I will ever thank them for. But yeah, I made some goals, achieved some, didn't achieve some. And then COVID came, you know? COVID happened. And it was really in COVID that like I had to kind of go back into my goals, or like my New Year's resolution, I guess. I didn't really call them that. Like I called them that for the video, but it wasn't really that. Yeah, that was the time I had to do some like reevaluation. It was at the same time that I learned that like I really hate not doing anything. Like I hate it because the world shut down. We weren't doing anything. It was very like rapid, very unexpected. I was still going to school. School was still like, to get a good grade was still like important, and was still part of the, you know, the plan and the GP. But like, did I do that? No, because initially I had thought it was because I lacked motivation, because that's what everybody online was saying, you know? Oh, motivation. Is anybody else not having motivation? Oh, it's so relatable. But we're all failing. We're spending thousands of dollars to fail just for what? A retweet to be relatable? Anyways, it was whack. I'm talking all the shit, but I was there too. I was literally there with them. Anyways, like I was saying, I thought it was because I wasn't motivated. But really, I wasn't driven. That is lesson number one. No, it's not driven. Sorry, wrong word. I was not disciplined. I lacked discipline. Not motivation, discipline. That is lesson number one. First pill I had to swallow this year. And I'm still swallowing that shit. It was tough. Learning the difference between discipline and motivation is really key. And I'm gonna tell y'all real quick what the difference is. Motivation is very reactionary, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like stocks, you know? It fluctuates very easily, and it's kind of uncontrollable. Like you can't really control motivation, while discipline, it's more steady. It's not like the stock market. It's more like an investment, you know? You can predict what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Discipline is something you can control and is in your control, while motivation, that shit comes and goes. That shit's like the season. Fuck that. That shit is a summer day in Edmonton. Unpredictable, unreliable. Because 1 second you can have motivation, and then literally 2 seconds later, like it depletes, you know? Motivation is kind of like potential energy, if that makes any sense. Like you can start something and the potential energy is like really high up, and then as you know the action takes place or whatever, it's just going to deplete. And to recharge that motivation, that's where discipline, y'all, get that tatted on your chest so you know it's real. I'm just kidding. That's where discipline comes into play. Because if you're disciplined, you're able to keep going regardless of if motivation's there or not. Regardless if you're having, quote unquote, you know, a bad day. If you're disciplined, you're able to not fight through, but like push through the storm, if that makes any sense. It's discipline that gets athletes up in the morning on day 12 of straight working out. It's discipline that gets, what's that one crazily rich, that dude that owns fucking Amazon? It's discipline that got him where he got, you know? It's discipline that got every successful person. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about discipline. There's a difference. Discipline is in your control. Motivation, it is not in your control. I had to learn that I need to put my energy onto being disciplined rather than like being motivated, because that ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna sit because, that was hurting me, y'all. I ain't as young as I used to be. And the rapping's she's kind of coming along. I don't know what shape she's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's that shape? Hex? Is hexagon 5? Oh my god, y'all. Yeah, I'm just as embarrassed as you. I don't even know how I made it to university. I'm a fraud. Just kidding. Is that a hexagon? Because a pentagon, I think that's 8. I feel like hexagon is 6. Is hexagon 6 though? What's 6? Anyways, it's giving me 6 sides. That's what it's giving me. 6 sides. Yeah. So that was like the first thing that I learned, because I had to finish winter semester, right? Which was like, oh my god, fucking hard, like I said. Then, you know, the rest of the world apparently woke up to all of the injustice that was happening in the world. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag, or more like RIP. I don't even want to, I'm going to say his name, but I'm trying to be really respectful, because I also had a little issue with just like the oversaturation of like the Black people that died this year and how they were portrayed in the media and kind of used as a means of marketing, like a marketing tool, and how a lot of Black and Indigenous people, or just even minorities, like POCs in general, struggles and pain was just used as a tool. Like that shit kind of frustrates me. And like even me talking about it, even though like I am Black, obviously I am like part of the group, I just feel uncomfortable because I don't want to talk about it, because I'm like, they should rest, you know, let them rest. But I'll just talk about the overall arching topic, which is social injustice. That became a strong focus for a hot minute. And it kind of started a huge series of other fucking shenanigans. And I'm going to get to it. And it leads to our next lesson. Our next lesson that I learned. Let me just finish this this one real quick, y'all. Oh my god, present, y'all. It looks cute, but then when I showed y'all, I was like, ooh, is it ugly? What do you guys think? She's done. She's abstract. She's giving what's that one song by John? What is it? all your curves and all your edges. Cause I can be I mean, how do I even make this prettier? Honestly, don't listen to me, Gift. You're gorgeous. Gift one wrapped. So now we're gonna take a sip and I'll talk about the social justice and what I learned. Well, it's gonna be two things. It's gonna be what I learned but already knew, and an actual lesson I learned. Okay, so like I was saying, a series of unfortunate events happened, which led to the deaths of members of the Black community dying. Yet again, it wasn't like obviously new. It's been happening, but it was pushed because no one's doing anything. So a lot of people were on this, and my quorum with it was really with just a lot of non POC people, so white people. My issue was with a lot of white people. I would say it was like 85% white people, 5% Black people, and then 5% non-Black people, but that they're not white. Now let's focus on the white people because it's the higher percentage, and then we'll break everything down. I was pressed because white people individually and as corporations also, just of the very dismissive, I found to be very dismissive and very dismissive, I would say. Little statements that they would put, maybe not dismissive, there's a better word. It was just, they're not dumb, but they acted stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not stupid, but they acted dumb with all of the, I can never understand your pain. I can never experience your pain, but I empathize with you. I stand with you. Bullshit. Bullshit. But because this isn't new, we've been dying. We've been getting killed. We've been getting gunned down for nothing, for breathing, So a lot of their apologies or statements was just like trash. And it was proven because when the hype of it kind of like dialed down, they just went back to, regular scheduled business. Nothing was done. No actual action, no change. So bullshit. And then also on other white people just individually that were like, I had no idea. It was basically just a lot of the I don't see color people just hyping onto the whole thing and being like, oh my God, this is happening. I had no idea this was happening. I had no idea this was our society. I had no idea this is so deep rooted. I had no idea I have to actually take responsibility as an individual or a member of society to challenge my thinking. What? And then it just became a whole thing of like, fake activism, just for the hype. I think there was maybe some individual that were like genuine, and like I got some friends that I can say they were like properly genuine, and then others it was just like a lot of fake shit that I was seeing, and it was very disappointing. It was disappointing in the sense of like, I'm a parent and my child has done something, and it's like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. It was that because it's like, we've been known. I knew this. I faked. That shit pissed me off, and it's still pissing me off because there's still people that are going on so strong about it, but it's really just like talk, but no actual action in their like day-to-day lives, and that just like pisses me off because it's like, damn, here we are again, our pain, our suffering, our struggles being a tool of like, it was just like giving them I just hate the idea of like our like struggles and shit being a means of somebody else or like a different group, white people and whatever, being praised, because it kind of like diminished the actual what the issue was or what was happening, and it was more about like, oh, white individuals waking up, and it was more focused on like their like awakening of like the issue of the world. It was more on like that and not the actual problem. And like within that too, obviously there was like protests, and some of the protests led into like rioting, and that also brought up some tomfoolery and utter bullshit with people saying statements like, oh, I agree with the movement. I definitely 100% stand with them. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. But like, why do you have to like protest? Why are you rioting? There are different ways to, get your point across, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, ever since the white man came to our land and took us, we've been speaking. You know what I mean? We've been trying to educate in different ways, like protest was not, it's not ever the first step, and even to this day there are still organizations that have existed prior to the civil war, not the civil war, lol, the civic rights movement till now. And there's still stuff being built to educate and to inform people of this shit that is happening, like why we are protesting, why we need not just equality, but like equity all around, why so many things need to change, But yeah, I hope I'm making sense, because I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but I'm just gonna move on. Essentially, a lot of the protests just brought some tomfoolery, and I peeped that shit, and I was like, fake, cool, got it. Now onto the 5% being Black, and then the 5% being non-Black people, but they're not white. My only beef with like Black people was I'll start off by saying a positive thing. Like, it was really nice to see all of us come together and, do what our, or just do what like people before us have already tried to do, make change, come together, fight for our rights, fight for, a better future. But I found that like in the same breath, a lot of them did the same thing and fell into the black hole of it being a trend, and there was a lot of fake like activism, because I'm kind of part of, I'm not kind of, SMH, I am part of this youth collective in the province that I live that does a lot of like work for Black and like African youths and just like individual in the community and stuff. And around that time, like right afterwards, we hosted not a few, we had a engagement, like civic engagement workshop. And it was just like, I was not really leaning or betting on anyone else to show up, but like, our people, Black people, whatever form that looks like. But when the time came to actually do the next step, aside that comes after like protesting and and getting the news out there, not the news, but like bringing awareness to the problem yet again. When it was time to like do the next step, learning about like actual things that we can do as citizens to partake in like civic engagement, you know what I mean? Like to learning about ways you can vote for not just like a prime minister or president, but just like little voting that matters, like school boards and like shit like that. When it was time to do that, no one showed up. Not no one. Let me just correct myself. The show or the turnout was like significantly lower compared to compared to the turnout of people showing up for the protesting and people posting a black screen and putting a hashtag. And it was a very, very heartbreaking, you know? It was just like, dang, man, that's like your own people. But yeah, that was my beef with that. And then it still is my beef because I feel as though on that topic, I feel as though our community actually there can be non-black people watching this, and I don't want to talk anymore negatively about the community to non-community members. I'm gonna keep that within. I'm gonna keep it inside my circle. Anyways, moving on to the next group, the 5% of non-black people, but they're not white people. The support was there, but it was very come see, come saw. It was just very like dull. Honestly, it's the same thing as like the white people. Honestly, I don't even know why I divided it like that. Essentially, just people in general were here hopping on fake activism, but then when the time came on, they did not. Now, that being said, leading on to my next lesson of 2020, and that is I had to learn that momentum is really, really key and very important in anything. Obviously, I learned this through the whole Black Lives Matter movement because just the momentum of like how things were building up, it was very encouraging, you know? And even though it dialed down, I learned that if we are able to get the ball rolling, get a good, I don't know what the word would be behind momentum, or like just get a good, steady, consistent force of like momentum or whatever going, like actual change can happen, but that also works in like a minuscule like person to person level, like individual to individual scale, because I kind of did that with like working out a little bit, like even though I was like on and off with it, but like when I get like working out momentum's going, like actual change, can happen. And I see that. I saw it twice this year in the summertime and like right now, because I'm building that back up, and that's why I don't want to stop, because like momentum is key. And it kind of piggybacks back onto the whole discipline thing, because in order for momentum to be momentum, you need to be disciplined to like keep that shit going. Is someone commenting and I'm ignoring? Beautifully, very aesthetic. Thanks. Yeah, that needs to keep going. And like momentum doesn't necessarily, like momentum can look or can be seen or can be displayed in like different forms. It doesn't always have to be like this granular, is that a word? I don't know if it's a word. If it's not a word, oops. It doesn't always have to be like this huge scale, but like literally, essentially, another way to like break it down is like the little like, you need to like learn to walk or crawl before you walk, then walk before you run type shit. And as long as each day you're crawling, it doesn't matter the rate in which you're crawling, but just making sure you're still crawling and you're making sure you're, putting the work to crawl, you're going to hit a point one day where, you're walking. And if you keep that momentum going, you keep walking step by step over each, obstacle in life type shit, goals and personal, goals and change can actually happen. But yeah, that's something I learned this year. And that one is more of a, it's more of a like I knew it, but I didn't know it, you know? I didn't I didn't know, but I knew it like on theory, but I didn't know it internally. But now I do. And with discipline, I will be able to get momentum going with a lot of things. Anyways, moving on. Also, I learned from that also, it's not really a lesson thing. I want to like break down like how that whole experience, not experience, but how the whole movement in that period in time of that this year, how it affected me personally, in like mentally, emotionally, and physically. We're gonna go, what did I say? Mentally, emotionally, physically. Bet. Mentally, it did not, mentally, it wasn't a lot of like, it was just mentally draining. Honestly, all three of them, mentally, physically, and emotionally, the whole Black Lives Matter movement, injustice, the whole activism, just like the reality of the world was just mentally draining because like that's real life for me, you know? It was mentally draining to witness so many people um come at it as if it's on some like it should have been like a good thing, like yes, finally, finally they've made it to the finish line, I've been waiting. Or better yet, have you ever had a summer day like when you're chilling with your friend looking at the cloud and you're trying to point out a cloud that looks like something specifically, but like they literally cannot see it, and you're trying so hard, like you've spent 10 minutes, bro, telling them, like pointing, no, it's that one right there, like tilt your head, can't you see it, like it's right there, how do you not see it? Like you can see it like clear as day, but to get them to see it, something that's like, you know, so obviously up there, like bitch, how you not seeing this? You know, by the time they see it, you're drained. Mentally, I'm drained. And that's how it felt. That's how the whole movement felt. Because it was kind of like, ah, good thing you see it, but like, ah, like this is what we had to like get to for you to see it. This is what had to happen for you to see it. And even you seeing it, I have to doubt it if you're really seeing it, or if you're saying you see it just so I can shut up. You know what I mean? It was just so much because some of it weren't really authentic, like I had stated. Like some of it was on a whole trend, was a fad. It was on the hype just to get, you know, not to be classified as something negative connected to it. Like, because real shit, no one wants to be a racist, period. Like, no one wants to be a racist. But it does not mean that racists aren't alive, you know, don't exist. It doesn't mean injustices don't exist, like, you know. But yeah, that's why it was like mentally training, because it's like this has been my life, you know, been saying this shit. And it's not just like me personally, like I felt mentally drained for like my whole community and just like every black people that ever black person, sorry, that's ever existed, lived in the past, present, or will exist. Like I just felt so drained. It's like been saying, bro, like been saying. Anyways, mentally I was drained. Emotionally, emotionally with all of that, I started off very like, I went into like a really bad shock, not because of like everybody else, but just because of like how it came out. Because it was just a bunch of videos, it was kind of like leading up low key, like people were posting black bodies being killed and shot in daylight like nothing. Like the internet was filled with that shit. Like it was fucking air, bro. And I literally deleted my Instagram after I had seen the like what's his name, Ahmad Arbery's video, because I came across that video literally by just fluke. I was on the explore page just swiping and I see a video, you stop, you watch, I hear the gunshots, I'm like, whoa, that's not real. I see homeboy try to run, flops to the ground, I'm like, huh, no way. Like I was literally, it was shock, but I didn't know I was in shock. It hit me so hard. And you know how Instagram videos just like replay? I swear I watched it like 4 times before I was like, yo, he's actually dead. And like, I was trying to figure out like, is this real or is this not? 4th time, I'm in the comments. I'm like, this is a thing. This is like day 2 of this video circulating too. It was just a lot. I got off Instagram. I was just like, oh my God. I swear when I saw that video, I saw myself. I saw all my uncles. I saw my grandmother, saw my mom, my aunt, my brother, my sister, every Black person. I saw all of us. I swear, I don't know how to explain it. It just, emotionally just, it was just a lot. It was a lot. Didn't tell nobody though. It didn't. I was feeling this, but I don't always do the best at like letting myself like properly feel because emotions is like not the, I have a problem with, we're not going to talk about it. Anyways, I didn't let myself feel it, but I felt it. I felt it really bad. I was not on there like that. And then literally a week or so later, it was George Floyd, and that was it, bro. I was already dealing with my issues with Instagram. I already had beef with Instagram, and then I saw that second video. I was like, yeah, I gotta go. And I'm so happy I wasn't on there, but yet I still saw that shit. So emotionally, it was just very like traumatic. Period blank, as it probably was for anyone. Emotionally, it was hella traumatic. And I was very like emotionally just torn all that's like the whole time because this is gonna sound so bad, but like fuck it. If it sounds bad, it sounds bad. But this is how I felt. I was in shock, and then I think I went through the stages of like grief. To be honest, I don't know them in order, but I was kind of like in denial. I was angry for a really long time. And like my anger also just like was directed. That too, like the anger part, I think took the longest because it just was, I had to like, because there's so many factors to it when it comes to like social injustice, like so many moving factors, so many members of society that's like not technically, that is to blame. And it's like, I could not just lump them into one because they're so different that I literally, when I was going through anger, had to be angry, deal with it all through all different sectors of society that caused actions like this to happen in the past, present, and unfortunately, there's no sign of it ending really like anytime soon, sadly. I had to go through that. And I felt myself was last. I was angry at myself. And it's like, bitch, I was looking at a mirror like, why am I mad at myself? Like, what really could I have done? And that is what I was mad at. That was what I was mad at. Just like the lack of power. The lack of, not power in like, in the negative sense. Because I know power can be, that shit is very like elusive. Like she can be very like power, strong powerful Black woman, or a strong powerful Black woman, so it was very like the lack of power, the lack of influence, the lack of control, the lack of say, all of that shit. I was angry at myself just not having it. I was just like, dang, doesn't matter if there's this power. It wasn't just lack of power for me, lack of power of people like me, lack of power of other individuals that might sympathize with me and my community, or those that look like me. It was just a lack of genuine power. Emotionally, I went through it, y'all. I went through it. I was mad at myself. I was mad at society. I was mad at white people. I was mad at black people. I was mad individually. You know, it was kind of tough to also, yo, it's just been a tough year. And I'm not even talking about how, like, being home and isolated from people played a factor into all of these. Like, right now, all of these lessons are just, I'm trying to just isolate them because COVID and having to be inside, if I were to talk about that, like, all of these magnified, bro, magnified. It was, that was tough. And even now, it's still tough because a lot of people that were posting shit, it's not the same energy. And I feel like I'm going through the emotions again, but like in another way. Like I said, it's the I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed. Like, you know, I saw it coming and it's just like, damn, when will this ever end? When will the agony end? Anyways, I'm just gonna move on. Uh physically, I gained weight. You know, I did nothing. I laid in bed. I laid in bed. I got lost in my head. Physically, it was not I did not treat myself well physically doing all of this. You know, a physical aspect of health was, what the fuck is that? You know, I didn't even, a concept, abstract. It was like I hit the wall. No, physical health at the time, it was the same thing as like, are aliens real? You know, like it's very, it's a theory. It's a theory that we can talk about for so long. But yeah, I'm just gonna close that to say momentum is very important. Uh and I'm still dealing with the effects of it. Uh but you know, we move still. I'm gonna take a little breather because I will not. That little that's all y'all getting. No more. No more. No more. As she drowns herself in liquor. Again, alcohol is not a way to cope. I'm not saying I'm coping. I'm just dead ass. It's boring. Anyways, next gifts. So I got a lot of jewelry. So this one's for me because hashtag treat yourself. Yeah, hashtag treat yourself. That's for me. And this one too. So I got this for a I can't even say which friend because they can watch this but they won't know, you know? There's still a little secret or whatever. Da, 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 da. Oh, also I want to add the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all of that. I added a subsection to trust issues of mine. It gave me a little bit of trust issues, not gonna lie. Trust issues because like it's just people in the community, in my community that I exist, not community as in like black community, just literal community like where I live. Um, you know, people's colors came out. I'm going, this is foreshadowing. The same trust issues and honestly the same feeling low key came about with the elections that just passed, not gonna lie. The exact comment, literally copy paste. Copy paste. Mentally drained, emotionally, physically, what the? Actually, my physical health was not that bad then, but everything else was whack. So physical health, meh. Yeah. Okay, so there are these two. that I need to decide on what, like, which one I want to give, because I kind of want to like twin with this person, because I think it will be really cute and annoying. Well, I'm saying annoying. I don't think it's gonna be annoying, but like, that's my little nervousness, I guess, coming up. But I think it would be really cute to like twin with them. But I just don't know what color would suit them best. You know, we're both black. And both of these colors will look really good on us. So the options are orange and yellow. Wow. I've been on YouTube for how long? I know better. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I didn't. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Here, can y'all see that? Ooh, that's the yellow one. What's the orange one? This is the orange one. Ooh, very cute. I don't know what would look best. Let me go. They don't even have Instagram like that. I don't know what colors would look good on them. Let me creep. I'm a creep. Some. I don't know the words. But y'all know the song. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Honestly, literally, my life. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tag or buy a toe. If it holla, let it go. My mama said that you are not it. The yellow one it is. But then, yeah, the yellow one it is. Hannah, stop doubting yourself. So now we're going to, before I wrap, I'm going to take another shot of Queen Sourpuss. Sponsor me, Sourpuss. I feel like being sponsored by a liquor company would be like Hello Bank. But like, I would be said, should I tell them what I'd be? I would be the best but fakest sponsor, because I don't think I would actually consume it all the time. I'd probably give it to friends and shit, or like bring it to parties if things ever open up. But like I said, I really don't be drinking like that. So there's a shot. Y'all can't see that. Ooh, she really is sour. Okay, my laptop is dying, so I'm gonna charge y'all real quickly. Enjoy this little dance number. Hold up. Why it look like my knee, like from my knee down, like my shins, like that looks so small. I think I'm mostly thighs, y'all. I'm really mostly thighs. I'm like, real life, I'm probably like 5'10", 5'11". No, I'm probably 5'10", 5'9", but unofficially, I'm 6 feet, 5'11", so all thighs, and a little bit of torso. That's crazy, cause like literally, look at that. Like my knee's right here, bro. Look at the door. My knee's like right there. That's crazy. Or is that normal and I'm just tripping? I don't know. But I'm gonna charge her really quickly. Oh my god, guys! I found my little what you call it? This little guy. It's supposed to like change the like how y'all like the camera. No, y'all, that's not it. That is not it. Is that? What do you guys think? Should I yay, nay? Oh, it's the green light from my laptop. She reflecting on me. Nope. Do you guys like this, or should I just take it off? Like, tell me. Be like, Hannah, what the? Yo, friggity, whack. I feel like I'm in a 90s video now. Do we like this? Let me know. Wait. I feel like I should be playing like Salt and Pepper or some mind your business. Alright. I'm gonna cut this. Since it's just a singular, it's a bit blurry. LOL, take it off. Alright, y'all. They spoke. The people spoke. Y'all are right. I should probably take that shit off. I'm gonna take it off. But I think on my phone, it looks cute on my phone. Here, let me take a picture. I'll show y'all. Because I feel like I gotta prove, you know? Like, I gotta give it credit. Okay, no, yeah, you're right. It's a dub. Alright, bet. We're gonna cut this. It's just a little one, so I'm gonna cut a little one. I think this one's gonna be cuter, though. Because it's just one thing I have to wrap. Yay! Also, this has nothing to do with the year reflection, but this is also why this video is going to be probably the saddest video. If you're a child that believes in Santa Claus and you still want to be naive and whatever, click off now, because I'm about to break your heart. Because misery loves company. Just kidding. I mean, it does, but I feel like y'all need to know, because all the kids in Africa know this fact, and you know, other countries too. Are you ready? I think you guys know what I'm about to say. Santa Claus isn't real. He's not real, kids. See, Deborah and Ezekiel, those are my baby cousins. If y'all kept watching, y'all fault, because I told y'all to stop. Yeah, Santa's not real. Your aunt, your mom, me, everybody, we give you that gift and we put Santa Claus on it. Can you say selfless? Can you say selfless? Because we don't even get the credit. Some imaginary freaking jolly old soul. Actually, let's talk about Santa real quick, y'all. Ain't Santa kind of creepy? No, stop. I said it already. I said it, Rebecca. Were you watching with your siblings? They're old enough. They know. Right? Or did you not know? Did I just tell you Santa's not real, Rebecca? Rebecca. I'm sorry, but you had to know if I did. At your grown age. Come on. Come on now. Okay. I thought this would be easier, but I think it might not be. Fuck. Okay. Maybe I should just give her both. But I want a twin. Okay, I'm gonna twin. I'll do a diamond one. No, you're breaking our hearts. No, just. You're lying. No, he doesn't. You're lying. That's a joke. I know it's a joke. Ha ha ha. LOL. Well, shit. If he does, that's tough. He has to grow up sometime. It's okay. I'm doing him a favor. He'll thank me in a few years. Not me being toxic. Okay. Y'all can't see. I should go back to the other one. Because at least y'all can see it. Okay, you didn't say anything new. I thought you said something else. Okay, this one, I want to see if I can wrap it in a heart. I saw one video. I should probably watch it again, but no. Photographic memory. We're going to make a heart, y'all. You literally search it up. People, like, wrapping Christmas presents is, like, an actual thing. Like, obviously it's a thing. But I mean, it's, like, serious. There are people out there that take it, like men and female, that take it like an art. Like they do like, you know how you can like bake and do like crazy like designs and sculptures? They do that with like gifts. And it looks like one thing, but like it's not. And that's uncomfortable. Because I can't fucking do it. But no, it's pretty cool. So I saw a video on how to make a heart. I'm gonna try and We're gonna try and do it. Who thinks I can do it? Who thinks I can do the heart? Because I actually kind of think I can do it. But this is from watching the video one time. And they did other things too. So let's take another shot. What is this, shot 2? Honestly, the way I'm pouring these, it's probably not shot 2. Sourpuss. Glub, glub, glub. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that one. No. Yellow. Da-da-da-da-da. So an hour in, and this is where we're standing at, y'all. Very solid. Yeah. Bottoms up. Okay. I'm actually serious about this heart. Okay. Tape there. Oh my God, please work. Y'all, if you're watching this, pray. Or comment if you think I can do it. Rebecca, you better be saying you think I can do it. The gift came out. Oh my freaking God. Pretend like the gift did just come out. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what they did after that. This is all I remember. Just the bottom part. So from now on, I'm going rogue. Because I don't remember how they did the top part. Like the curvy part of the heart. But I still, yeah. Okay. Come on, Hannah. Bet. Fold that. I'm gonna fold this. I'm pretending like this is like sewing. So like the ends are always like pretty looking. And I fold that. And I'm gonna fold this little guy over here. So this is the heart part. And then I'm gonna tape it, then cut it, then tape it. Yeah, sir. Y'all, if y'all think I can't do it, y'all lost, because I think I'm gonna do it. So this is what it's looking like right now. It looks like a kite, but I'm gonna make it a heart, okay? What does a heart look like? This isn't what they did, but this is what I'm doing. So if you're watching this, wow, a tutorial also is included. Y'all didn't even know that. Do I not know what a freaking heart looks like? Oh my God. I'm scared for myself. I'm not gonna, I have to focus. So if I'm quiet, I'm focusing. I really want this thing to work. Oh my God. It looks like a t-shirt. Oh, bet. It's a heart. Oh my God, I think I did it. Haters gonna hate. But I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And we're just gonna tape this and pretend, you know? Pretend they can't see it. Yo, I actually did it, guys. MacGyver could never. Y'all know who that is? Yeah, he could never. He's some like spy dude that like can make things out of nothing. He essentially he's a glorified DIYer. You know Lauren DIY from YouTube? Yeah, MacGyver. I'm just kidding. No, it's too different. He's like a spy also, I think. What do you guys think? It's so hard. Believe in you. Oh no. Did you say oh no to me cutting it? Yeah, I know. But it's kind of hard. What do you think, Rebecca? I think it's hard. I just have to cut the tape part. I'm so glad you're not here for me to wrap yours because I don't know how I'm going to wrap that with the shape of it. Ooh, present number 2 done. Whoop, 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 whoop. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next lesson. First, I'm going to pour a little wine. And then we'll sip on this as I talk about the next thing of reflecting of this year. Right about this point, I think summer came and I turned 21. I'm just kidding. Yo, turning 21? Gosh dang. June? Wait. Yes, I'm counting. Yes, I'm doing the months in my head. You know what? I'm gonna do it out loud. I'm not. No shame in my game. January, February, March, April, May. The month of April, May, June, July, hectic, and August, hectic months. But not April. Mostly May, June, and July/August. Those months, I was an emotional wreck. It's just in May, I hopped on this emotional roller coaster, fastened my seatbelt, and I didn't even freaking know it until November. Fucking last month, y'all. I mean, this trauma. Oh, what's a trauma? What's a trauma? What's the definition of trauma? I don't want to classify it as trauma quite yet, but going through shit, I'm just so slow sometimes. But I think it is also part of the year. That's why I'm not including COVID until the very end, you know? But yeah, let's hop on. Let's go back to me blindly hopping on this emotional roller coaster. That came with valuable lessons, but lessons I could have lived without. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. But like, damn, why? You know? That type of shit. So if you also check one of my old videos, plug. I was talking about how I was doing my makeup. And I was talking about how, like, oh, I'm turning 21 this year in June. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm 21. Let that soak in. Get into it. Yeah, I am an outlier because this black is cracking. She's doing, you know, all those memes when it's like, when a new iPhone comes out, my old iPhone is like, that's me. Anyways. Back to what I was saying. I made a video and I was talking about, I'm nervous because in the shot, I'm kind of wedged in a corner and like with my visual eye and my literal knowledge that comes from my one film study class in junior high, this is saying a lot, you know? A film student looking at this can break me apart, like my therapist can, because I'm in the corner and I'm like juxtaposed to juxtapose. The fuck? I need to relax. I'm against a white wall. It's my closet door. And a black door. It's my door. And I'm in the middle in the corner. What is this saying? I'm teetering between good versus evil, or I am on the path or like in the middle or on the fork on the road of growth or just utter decay, you know? But what do I know? Like I said, I took one film studies class. Anyways, back on. Yeah. I was hesitant about my 21st birthday, just like real shit. I know I don't know y'all, but like y'all about to know me just a little, just a little. I I was hesitant about my 21st birthday because I was like, bro, 21 years on this earth, or about to be 21 years on this earth. And it's like, ugh, what? To celebrate it, because like I am very conceited. I need to preface that first. I truly do love myself. Um, Isolated. Like if I was in a box, no humans, no planet, no earth, no society, just me, conceited. I fucking think I am the shit. But with everybody else and other people's feelings and opinions being valid and just as important as my conceited thoughts, that shit kind of like, but not because like I think less of myself, just because I think so highly of myself. Like I like to think I think so highly of myself. Y'all, if this doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. I like to think so highly of myself that it's like I don't need to worry. I care more about, like, I'm good with myself because I think I am the shit. But like I gotta focus on other people around me because I feel good when other people feel good. You know what I'm saying? I feel more good. Like I feel good already, but like it's a high when everybody else feels good around me and everybody loves me also. I need to add that. Anyways, so didn't want to celebrate my 21st birthday just because the year before that it was just very like come see come saw, you know. Bleh. And the months leading up to that was a lot of COVID, and you know the whole movement was happening, and like I was saying, I was going through shit, you know, emotionally, physically. We already stated that. So I was like, ah. And also COVID, like I literally couldn't also like celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like one, I couldn't physically celebrate it because the people that I love and I would want in my like 21st celebration, I couldn't really have them there. But then fast forward, I was able to, which was like, cool, but it was very like limiting. And I don't really do well with like limitations. I really don't. I don't do well with limitations. Limitations that are not set by me, or limitations that I don't agree with, or like, which I guess is like the case for anything really, or just authority, not just limitations. Honestly, authority, that's what it is. I am not the best with authority, especially if I think it is beneath me. It's so bad. But anyways, yeah. Not but I don't want to keep explaining myself because I'm not really when I say beneath, I'm not going to explain what I mean by beneath me. You're just going to take that for what it is and just digest it as how you want to digest it, whatever the case may be. But anyways, didn't want to celebrate my 21st birthday. Restrictions were happening, and obviously I had so much time on my hand this year, um, doing nothing, and I had some like wrinkles in relationships that was really, really hitting me hard, so hard. Um, don't also when I like as I move on in this part, I want to also preface and state that this is my opinion, my side of things, because there's always two sides. I don't want to, if I'm saying something that puts the other individuals in a bad light or negative light, that does not mean that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this is what I experienced and this is how I saw it from my end. I really want to stress that because my experience will not be your experience, you know? That being said, we're gonna go back. Anyways. Um yeah. I had some, you know, crinkle, iron, like things I need to iron with some relationships that was like really getting to me. So obviously I did what I normally do. I hit the, you know, I got the ironing board and I got to ironing. Smooth things out. Things were great. And I was on an all-time high. And this is this leads to the second pill I had to learn to swallow this year. So I ironed some things, relationships were good. Like literally everywhere that I looked, it was like obviously minus COVID and not being able to be with people, but like it was good. I felt like God, when he was creating the earth on the third day, whatever he fucking did on the third day. And at the end, he was like, he saw his creation and he said, things are good. Whatever that quote is. Oh my God, I'm quoting the Bible so bad. If you're a Christian, I am so sorry. But like, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, everything was good. I was on the high. I was living my best life as best as I could, while dealing with everything. But it was like relationships were good. So like everything else was copable or like dealable. Dealable? Is that a word? Dealable is a word. Copable? I was able to cope with everything else. Anyways, I think copable is a word though. Is copable a word? Oh my God. Hannah. Yo, don't tell my grandma. Don't tell my grandma she raised an illiterate fool. Oh my God. You know what? I don't even want to figure it out. It's okay. I said what I said. Moving forward. Things were good. I was on a high. Months proceeded. And then like hiccups were coming up. So before I talk about the hiccup, the pill I had to learn to swallow was that I cannot I had to learn to swallow the pill that like it is okay. Yo, okay. I can't even say I had to learn how to swallow this pill because like shit, it's still in my throat. I haven't swallowed it yet. But I am trying to learn to swallow this pill that oh my God. It is okay that everybody doesn't like me. Or better yet, not everybody will like me. Oh my God, yo, you don't know what that does to me. The idea that everyone, like, honestly, it's not even everyone, because, like, shit, I don't know every fucking person on this planet, but it's just more like everyone I know not liking me. Especially if I like them, beyond like, if I love them and they don't even like me, who like crushed. And I have to learn that like that is a fact of reality, of life. I'll learn it. I don't know when, but it will come to me. Maybe in a dream. Hopefully I wake up one day and I'm like, yeah, it's cool that people don't like me. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Anyways, that's the pill I had to learn because shortly afterwards, a lot of hiccuping stuff were happening with this really, really dear friend of mine. Even though in this moment that I'm speaking, this individual and I are not friends, but I still like a dumbass. I don't know if I'm a dumbass, but I still love them very deeply. And it's not a romantic thing. It's really on some like, I view this person as blood. Like, slit my wrists and they bleed. Like, not they bleed. Slit my wrists and I bleed them because they were my blood. They were my blood, bro. Like, this person would stub their toe and I felt that shit. Obviously, I didn't feel it, but I felt it in my heart. I was like, fuck you, corner. Fuck you. How dare you hate? Anyways, yeah, that came up. And it was like, I ironed shit out. Things were great. And that's always the case, It's like, why do I guess that's another lesson. It's not a pill I had to swallow. It's just a lesson I had to learn that, like, if it's like a repetitive thing that, like, I have to be. But honestly, all of these lessons are really tough for me because they're part of, like, I guess I should tell you guys my fundamental, like, some of my morals that are just, like, fundamental to me. I think society is whack. I think people are whack. I think the way we interact and have interacted with one another is whack. So at a really young age, with I included, because unfortunately I am human, you know. On Twitter when people are always like, "Oh, it's so unfortunate." No, no. What is the tweet that people always talk about? They're always like, men are trash, but it's just even worse that I like penis people, blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel. Like, human are trash, but like, shit, I'm human, you know? So back to what I was saying. Fundamentals, really young age, I was like, the things I saw internally and outwardly, like in my family and like in society, in the little society that I knew. I just didn't like it. People were just like rag. Like every little thing's like So I was like, I will never do that. I will strive to not do this, you know? And as I grow up, it becomes really hard because it's like, I'm starting to understand and really understand why those, like, people that I saw when I was younger acted the way that they acted. Like, it's all making sense. 2 plus 2 is equaling 4. And I hate it because I've grown up all the way to this point hating that fact. And it's like, shit, I'm at that point where they were, and it's like, I'm at the crossroads, and it seems to be the most sane thing to do, or I view it as the most selfish thing to do, is to, essentially protect your energy. I say it's selfish just because I definitely do have a warp. Um, I don't have a warp definition because I know what selfish means, but I have a warp personal definition of what selfish means, or what selfish is, or what not what selfish is, but like how selfish can manifest, or like being selfish or greedy can manifest. I have a warped image of, the image of what it can be. I definitely do understand and know the definition of these words, like selfish. It's just the visual that's what's warped. Like the translation is it's not there. But anyways, yeah, that's really warped. So when it comes to like these relationships, especially with people that I really love, and I know that the right thing to do, um, is to just like, it's just really hard for me because ugh, I feel, or I have grown to the idea that like if you love somebody, and like I said, it's not a romantic thing. If you love somebody, quirks and hiccups are not grounds for um isolation, like, or the termination of a friendship, period blank period. Yeah, period blank period. And it's harmful to me because I view this, but like not everyone, because I don't know everyone, like I said, but like most people don't view it that way, and they're very quick to just like, and that's why I'm always left with like, and like that being, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I want to say basically, I ironed out some things with a really dear friend to me. Don't know what I was to them. I was believed that I was close to them, or it was like on some equal level, but like, actions weren't matching words, and that was a lot of like my problem. But I was trying to like fix it, but not like fix it to fix it so we can like move forward together, not like bring no, not fix it. I was bringing attention to it so we can fix it to work, like move forward together. I wasn't bringing attention to it as like bringing attention into this so we can separate, but like separating was the result. And I do understand that it's obviously was a on paper the good thing for both people, I guess, but I personally just didn't agree with it, but I also do understand like how it was like. necessary, or it could have been viewed necessary at the time. Anywho, yeah, friendship, ironed it, things were good, then things weren't good, and it hit me really hard because, like I said, I had to learn to swallow that pill. Like, it was just, it's something that I always have to work on. It's just hard learning or having to accept the idea that, like, not everyone has to like you, or not every or just like the end of things. I think it's not everyone has to like me, and like learning how to deal with like the end of things, like things coming to an end. It was hard for me in 2020. I felt like I had to deal with that a whole lot more, and it was tougher because I genuinely, like I said, I cut me and I bleed this person like their blood, So it was tough for me. Um and the way that it happened too, is just like very, like how I viewed it was very, I have to say how I viewed it, because as I already said, different viewpoints, my viewpoint, their viewpoint, and then a third person, and then like actual reality or whatever. But there wasn't really any third people. But anyways, I viewed it as just very like, I always view it as like, really, is this the right reaction? Which is very ironic because I'd be like, "Ooh," all the time. But like when I'm like this being like, if I'm very like vocal and loud and yelling, or very like aggressive, it's, to me on my end, I'm just, going through the emotion, or like I'm reacting to something based off of like my emotion. But it's usually when I'm like quiet, that's when it's like, whew, heavy. But yeah, um, essentially, I don't know if, because I feel like I'm rambling, but basically, I lost a friend that was very, very dear to me. And this is like second time now. And honestly, I'm not going to, go back and try and smooth things out, because it's like shit. What does that saying go? First time, I don't know, something something, jokes on me, some on you. Third time, forget the peace sign, some, make it rain on you. I think J. Cole said that. But I don't think he said that in a song, but that's not like the actual saying. But was it JF Kennedy that said that? No, I think he also quoted it once on his one of his speeches. Whoever said that, if y'all know what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, that happened. Lost a friend. It was really tough, because I lost two friends. One of them was blood, and the other one was like, making his way up there. And yeah, yeah. In conclusion, that whole thing was emotionally very. It was just not good for me. Um, it was not good for me emotionally. Did I show it? Did it show? It showed to some people. I think I allowed it to show to some people. Like, I literally had a week of just like straight depression. Like, I felt depressed. And I want to say felt depressed. Like, I'm not diagnosed as like someone with depression. I just felt like a deep level of sadness. Emotionally, I was just very scattered, I would say. Ungrounded. I was the paper bag that Katy Perry was talking about in that one song. Do you ever feel like a paper bag drifting to the wind? Yeah, ready to start again? I wasn't ready to start again, but I was definitely a paper bag drifting through the wind, no home, untethered, ungrounded to anything. Not in like a root, like, I was just, that was my emotion. Basically, I was just bleh, in bed, gross. Like, it was, like I said, I felt depressed, felt deeply sad and heartbroken. It was a heartbreak. It was a heartbreak. Probably the worst one I ever felt. Like, honestly, friend breakups they always hit me harder than like relationship breakups. But then again, I've only been in a relationship with one person, and like, yeah, those are pretty tough too. But this one hit. This one hit home. Anyways, yeah. So, pill I had to swallow, or I'm trying to learn to swallow, is not everyone will like me, and I had to learn. Um, Initially, I had said that like I don't always have to like initiate things or like smooth things out, but I think a better confined or like wrapped idea of it, of the lesson that I learned, was more like I have to believe people. I think it's what's her name? Something Angelo? Maya. Oh my god. Yo, don't tell the black community. I think it's Maya Angelou. Honestly, it's not even the black community, just like the, academic black community. Don't tell them. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's Maya Angelou that said, believe. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher the quote. Oh my god. I can feel everyone's eyes on me. No, I can't. What is it? Something about believing a person the first time, like who they are the first time they tell you who they are. Yeah, that's a lesson. I knew about that quote. I knew about that lesson, but like I said, knowing something and understanding something, two different things. I don't think I said that, but if I did or did not, I'm gonna break it down. Knowing something is like, ah, these are my definitions based off of like the definitions. Basically, like, like in order to like properly learn something, you have to like break it down or like translate it into like your brain level. Anyways. Knowing something basically is you just know the theory, the idea or like the concept on like on paper, this should work. But understanding is more like learning or knowing and understanding. No, okay. Understanding is knowing the logistics into the theory, like how that becomes or why that is, and that understanding something comes from a combination of like the knowledge, like knowing something and personal experience. You know what I'm saying? But not everything you can how do I say this? English, come to me. Yes. Knowledge or like knowing something and understanding. Okay, you can know everything, but not understand everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the experience part of it. Yeah. That being said, that's a lesson that I learned and a pill that I had to swallow. And as a reoccurring theme so far, I was just emotionally wrecked. Started off on a high and it just started to, plummeted. Kind of like my GPA through university. First year, am I exposing myself? It's not bad. It's just not great, Mm-hmm. Y'all that went down the road. Oh my god. Wow. I swear that went down my fucking lungs, bro. For the next little bit. My fucking bronchioles and alveoli. Are those little fucking shits in my lungs? We'll just be exchanging fucking sourpuss for deoxygenated blood instead of oxygenated blood. Oxygenated? What the fuck? No, oxygen. Oxygenated? What's the word when your blood has oxygen? Oxygenated? Oh my god. Oxygenated? Oxygenated? I know I'm saying it incorrectly, but I cannot even hear the correct word. Ah! Okay, let me read some of these comments. More creative than what I do. It's cute though. Oh, bless. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next gift. And this one is very similar. Ooh. Can I wrap this one? Okay. I'm gonna move this up because this gift is very similar to a gift that I got. No, actually, no. We're gonna take it down still. So, this gift is a purse. As you can see, all of this was purchased at Le Chateau. Ooh. Oxygenated. Huh? I hear it in my head, but I'm not saying it. Oxygenated? I have to turtle talk this. Yo, I'm embarrassed. Okay. Oxygenated. Did I say it right? Oxygenated? Wow. You know what? I think I said it when I said it slowly, but then when I'm saying it again, I'm not saying it right. We're just going to leave it alone, okay? We've decided imbecile. Anyways, I'm not an imbecile. That's another thing. This has nothing to do with anything, but I learned that, like, I've come to understand that my words actually have power, okay? Because I think in the last 2 years, I have been the meanest to my, with the G, oxygenated. Did I do it? Let's leave it alone, because I don't know. Oxygenated. 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 Whatever. Anyways, what was I saying? Words, power. Last 2 years, I have been the meanest to myself mentally. And like, I was doing it without knowing I was doing it. And that is a lesson I've come, something I knew, but now I understand. So, I'm going to take that back. I am not an imbecile. Okay, nothing was said. What was I gonna say? Next present. I got this lovely purse for one of my beautiful, 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 beautiful friends. Oh, excuse me. Should I model it? This is like perfect size for like whapping people. You know? We don't really fight people, but like if we were to, we can whap people with it. It's pretty soft, so I don't know if it would do proper damage, which I think would probably be the goal if we're going, like if the person I'm giving this to is going to the point of like whacking someone. But it's cute, you know? I hope she never has to whack anybody with this, actually, no, because that's scary. No, we don't have to do that. Okay, so it's this one for my friend. Her birthday, Lucky Goose, is in the holidays time, so it's right after Christmas. It's actually literally a day before New Year's Eve. So it's the 30th. Yeah, if I was richer, I would have gotten her a birthday present and a Christmas present, but I'm kind of just morphing them with like a bunch of things. I'm sorry, love. I'm so sorry. So, I'm getting her that cute little purse. Oh, what'd she say? Yes. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm glad you're laughing. And then I also got a bunch of these, what are they called? LOL. It's not a bunch. What? Oh my god. I only purchased 2. Okay, yeah, I was like, the fuck? I purchased 3. Okay, so these 2. This one's for me, because treat myself. And these 2 For her. She has like really gorgeous hair, and she like is going to school for it. So like, did I take the tag off of the other ones? Oh, I already forgot. I'll take the tag off of this one right now. I'm gonna cut it. As I do this, I'm gonna talk or add on. I'm gonna briefly break down the next thing in my review of the year, which will be this past school semester. So this past school semester, I did not hit any of my academic goals. Does not mean I didn't do sufficient, but it's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's not what why did this undo? Did I do that? Okay, I fixed it. So it's these two, and I'm gonna wrap them. So I didn't really quite hit my academic goals, and I'm gonna tell you how that happened through the self-reflection. As I stated, and as everybody fucking knows, probably watching this, COVID was a fucking thing, and we were stuck for a really long time, and then things started to open up through stages. And honestly, as it was opening up, lesson 1 came up. I learned this about myself. I didn't understand it. It was just something that I learned, was that, like I think I said it, I mentioned it at the start. I hate, or I cannot go through lockdown and do absolutely nothing for a stupid long period of time. It affects me. Honestly, maybe doing absolutely nothing wouldn't have been as bad. Like lockdown wouldn't have been as bad if like other things didn't happen. But just like having nothing else to do with and just being so like, you know, forced to really deal with myself and face myself all the time was just not fucking it for me, babes. It was not it for me. I was not enjoying my time. It's not a good time. It's not fun. So, I have to pee. How am I going to do this? I can't bring you guys with me. I'm just kidding. No, I can't bring you guys with me. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? Not that I have to pee before that. Something about school. Didn't hit my goals. Boo. Restrictions. Open. Bet. Restrictions. I didn't want to not do anything. And then finally things opened up. So first I learned that like I need to always be doing something. And then the next thing pairing off to that was I also had to learn how to say no and how to identify when I have put too much stuff on my plate. Yes, that was the lesson. That was the lesson of this semester, because all of the things that happened was because I had too much things on my plate, and I had so much on my plate because I was so ecstatic to be able to be out and going, and I also I was just really happy to be out here and not be like quarantined, that I was like, oh my god, yes. I was saying yes to everything because I was like, I'm not staying in my house if I don't have to, or at least I'm like, I'm not just going to do schoolwork if I don't have to, you know? And that was my downfall. One of my downfalls. One of my downfalls. Because I have so many. Yeah, long story short, I put too much stuff on my plate. I've learned that I cannot fucking do that, especially when I have like personal goals that I need to like achieve. I just can't do that, which is why I learned that I gotta say no more. And I think that is the pill the two things, saying no and identifying when I've put too much on my plate, I've learned that shit. And then the next thing is the pill I had to swallow. The pill I had to swallow was two of them. One, that I was fucking human, but like in the sense that like I literally cannot do everything no matter how hard I try. Like I literally can't. Like there are limitations to things, especially to people, you know? People are just as great as, you know, machines. If you put in, if your input is like 50%, your output will never be 50%. You know what I'm saying? You always have an amount, like you're always losing a percentage or a portion of input, no matter what. Machines, humans, the same thing. So why do I think if computers you put 100% but you get 90, why do I think as a fucking flesh and bone I'm gonna do 100 and get 100 out? No. And like sometimes I also like that was the pill I need to swallow, is just knowing like my capability that like I cannot do everything. I had to learn to not overdrive, and I had to learn to swallow the pill of like not overdriving my ambitions and my intentions, my goals, my blah 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 blah. All of that shit. I had to learn that, and I had to swallow that pill, and it's a really tough one. Another pill that I had to swallow in the same breath was that doing all of these things, saying no, identifying when you have too much stuff on your plate, and like learning to swallow the pill of like I have limitations to no matter, just period, does not mean I am a failure, or does not mean I am failing or incapable of doing something. It's just like I literally physically cannot, you know? Like computers can't even do that too much. Like you can't have a computer programming too many things, because then you spread yourself too thin. Oh, not another word. Spread myself too thin. That sounds like I'm saying thing. Too thin. But then that's not the word. Too thin. That's it. I spread myself too thin, and I, you know, then it's like I might be putting 100% in, but because I have multiple sources that I need to put that energy into, it gets divided. Like 100% of me gets divided into 4 or 5 things or whatever. What is that? Then so that's 20% each. You know, 20% is going into each thing, or like one thing will have to lose less for another thing. And if one thing's getting less energy, it's also the output will be less. So if I really want to be great, I need to, you know, say no and do these fucking things that I've already stated prior. So yeah, I'm gonna speed up. That was the main thing that I learned, because in all of that, because I just had, I had too much stuff on my plate. Some of it was like necessities, because like paying bills and all of that, but then all of it was like I needed to like, you know, speak. And also with this, I kind of learned that like I learned more about my anxiety, but I'm not going to really talk about that. What I'm going to talk about was how poor I am at communicating actually, but it's due to, you know, anxiety. So I can't really like, I can, but like I don't want to talk about it. So there's that. Yeah. And then now this, honestly, I didn't really like, I'm just going over like the main things, like the highlights of this year. I want to finish one last like quote unquote negative thing that came with lessons, and then I'll break down like the good things, you know. And the good things are much quicker. I think I can break them down into like quicker chunks. So the last thing has to come with, I learned how afraid I am with, not afraid, but like how my relationship, or how like my viewpoints or like my emotions and stuff is so like warped and fucked, and how that I have a issue with, or I'm uncomfortable with how do I put this? I'm uncomfortable with demanding or asking for things, because it goes back to, selfishness and like the warpedness of it. So long story short, I learned that I need to fix that. That it is okay to demand certain things, not demand, but I don't even know the right word, but I'm gonna say demand for lack of a better word, but to, so it's kind of like a form of like self-respect. So yeah, to demand certain levels of like treatments and stuff, and it's not selfish to want to be treated a certain way. It's not bad to want to be loved. It's not a bad thing to want to ask for love. It's not a bad thing to show that you're in need, or if you're emotional. I learned these things, but I haven't understood them yet. As in, like, they're not in like full practice yet. I'm like working on it. And it was a pill to swallow that, like, how bad I am at it, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it there with like all of the quote unquote negatives. Positives was, I came to understand how truly loved and privileged I am, and how privileged and able I am. I don't know if that's offensive to anyone or whatever, but if it is, I'm sorry. I'm deadass just mean it in the sense of like I said, I was like quite mean to myself for the past 2 years, and like a lot of the things that I said was never really true. I am able and capable of doing way more than like I've had myself believe, and I deserve way more than I've not even deserve, but like it's, yeah, I guess a mixture of deserving way more and asking for more. It's not bad. And the biggest, or the last thing was, or is taking up space. I learned that I had a problem with it, and it's a pill to swallow, that people's opinions of me, one, does not concern me or matters to me. And also that like people's opinions of me should not and does not define me. Yeah. These are facts of life. So I finished wrapping that purse really quickly. I really have to pee and I can't really think. I think I might have to end it here. What is it? Yo, that's trippy. Is it about to hit 2 hours? I can't get to the computer. I'm not going to drink anymore. I do have this much left, but I really can't. Should I just do it and then? I really can't. So so I'll show you guys. I'm gonna end it. I'll finish wrapping. I only have 2 more things to wrap. No, LOL. 3 more things to wrap, but one of them is for my roommate, and the other one is for one of my best friends, so I can't really show that on here. I don't know where the sourpuss is at. Ugh. I'm so sorry. It's dead ass missing. Oh no, it's over here. So this is where we're ending her off at. I really didn't really drink that much. I don't know. Honestly, whatever. The wine, I put a little dent in them. I'm not gonna drink this. I'm gonna dump that out. I'm good for tonight. It is 11 something and it's 2 hours, so I'm gonna end it off here. I was able to wrap 3 presents. 1, 2, 3. So I know this is pretty rushed as an ending, and I'm not showing you guys the rest, but whatever. It is what it is. Ooh. Ah. I forgot to include this with the heart one. But I'll include it. Yeah, because I was like, what? No way I got only one thing. Anyways, I'm ending this before it's any longer. 2 hours is a good point. Thank you guys for watching. Comments down below if you enjoyed this or any more ideas. If it's interesting, I might do it, I might not. Anyways, bye. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great holiday. If you're not with family, y'all, I feel you. Same, we'll get through this. If you are with family, yo, be grateful, appreciate that shit. And yeah, I have to go really badly because I have to pee. So, bye. Thank you guys for watching. If you stayed this long, the end. Oh.